Right, we are back with a first. So based on my previous video where I made the Petri Effect with UV resin, I'm going to experiment again with the UV resin just because it's quick and easy. If you want this with epoxy, let me know in the comments. I will do it. I know it's possible. So in that video we created the first kind of Petri Effect in UV resin. Now I'm going to take it quite a step further by using thermochromic color changing powders. So I'm going to do my base mix the same as what I did in my previous video. I'm using the Let's Resin low viscosity resin. Again, all links to everything I'm using are in the description box below alongside the discount codes. So I'm just probably putting about 1 ml of UV resin into that mixing cup. Now with my ocean white pigment paste, again, I'm just adding a squeeze. I will show you how much. Maybe 2 drops. And then just thoroughly mix that in. And I'm hoping to recreate the effects, but with a stunning colour change effect. So we want to mix that in until it's completely streak free. Now to that, I'm going to add some of my thermochromic powder. So this one is purple pink. I'm going to show you the one and then I'm going to mix up some more colours off camera. Be the same mixture, but I'm adding the powder first before the alcohol, just in case I end up going around in circles and chasing my tail, because I don't want to add the alcohol, then add the powder to find out I need to add more alcohol, if that makes sense. This is really fine dusty powder. It shouldn't be too heavy, so we're just going to mix that in until again it is one solid colour. Okay, now to that, I'm not counting my drops. I know the kind of consistency that I'm looking for. There's no point me counting drops. I want it to drip off my dotting tool. I'd say that's okay. That will spread on the surface of the resin quite nicely. So I'm now going to mix up some more colours and then we are going to have a little play. Okay, so now it is just to test the colours out. So I'm just going to top up this one. Now what I would suggest is testing your white before you commit to making all of your colours up, because you don't want to go mixing everything up and then it not be right. You see it changing colour already. So we're now just going to cover that up and leave it for a couple of minutes for some of the alcohol to evaporate and for some of the white to kind of sink, or the colour to sink into the resin. Now the reason why I'm also covering it up is because I have a window to my big door to my left and the light is coming in and I don't want it to begin to cure that surface resin. So it's been a couple of minutes. What we want is this kind of webbing effect. So this colour here hasn't really got it, so that's telling me that we need some more alcohol in our mix. But I'm just going to swirl these and cure them, because hopefully we'll still get some good effects. But of course we can't see what it's doing underneath yet. And as in the previous video, 2 minutes on both sides to cure. You may need a little bit longer depending on how well the light has penetrated through the colours. So that's what I mean by the webbing, and that will slowly begin to close. But I'm going to stir mine now. I don't know whether I'm going to get a kind of Petri effect in every single one of these, but hopefully I have. As always, massive shout out to my channel members, anyone who's bought me a coffee or a super thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, we are good to go. I've got some more on the side which I've also made. I've just got some water here because it's going to be easier and quicker to show you the colour change with this. So I'm going to demold them. Hopefully we've got some Petri Effect results. Some there. Left a fingerprint there. Let's get you a bit closer. You'll see the change almost instantly. Right, let's leave that one there and go with the next one. As always, give the video a thumbs up, drop me a comment. If you haven't subbed, hit that button for me. So I stuck with just one colour in that one. Pause the video because my neighbour's dog started barking again. But you can see it's going a nice yellow colour. But it really can be a little bit hit and miss with the Petri effect in these, but they're still really cool the way they change colours. You just see it starting to spread up. It's going to start on the outer edges first before the piece kind of warms up. But it's absolutely awesome effects. So this one's going to be a bit easier to see because it's one colour. Where I've gone in with more than one colour on the others, kind of the eye doesn't know where to look, so it's kind of hard to see the colour change as such. I'm going to keep going. I did, as I was going, as I mentioned in the previous video, you will have to add more alcohol as you go because it evaporates. You can see that just going pink now. So my neighbour's dog doesn't like being left alone, and it is an absolute pain when it comes to me filming because it does not stop barking. It really does add to my anxiety a lot. So you can see this one's gone a bit dodgy in the centre where it kind of cramped up, but we've got some spores there. Right, last one from the batch, and then I've got some more that I made also. Again, this one's gone a bit dodgy in the middle. We've got more spores. It's not as tidy as I would have hoped. Here's a green one that I made earlier. That should go a yellow. Look at that, instant. It's because I didn't add a back into it. So if you add a black back in, it's going to slow the colour change down. Here was a yellow and blue. Again, it's going to be quicker because there's no backing. Just pop them all in. I made a few. But I think with epoxy, it would be a lot better. Because we're guaranteed the same results. But still, look at that one go yellow straight away. It's really cool. We've got some really nice pieces there, and they change colour, which is awesome. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you for the next one. Oh, let me show you this as well. I did this also with the colour change, but in a different effect. Watch the colours come out in that one. Yeah, so look at that now. That is crazy. Right, what I'm going to do is take a picture of these now whilst they're warm and take a picture of them cold so you can actually see an instant change in the colours. Right, see you for the next one. Bye for now.